Jafric Radio.
You're listening to Home Sweet Home on Jafric Radio.
Your online radio. The new online radio that makes you happy.
You've been kept down for much too long. Stand up, please, and say I am free. Don't forget you are welcome home, welcome home.
Jafric Radio.
Come with me on this happy trip back to the promised land. All will be happy and
This is Jafric Radio. Jafric Radio.
You're listening to Home Sweet Home on Jafric Radio.
belong. You are always welcome home, welcome home.
Your online radio. The new online radio that makes you happy.
You've been kept down for much too long. Stand up, please, and say I am free.
Hello, viewers and our cherished listeners. Thank you so much once again. Your favorite program, Home Sweet Home. We are on, we are here, we are at the studios B. Yes, with the engineer, Nanaya Pop.
This is Jafric Radio.
And I have my able and faithful panelists who will join us through VMix. All right, so I am here and we are here. Thank you so much for joining and thank you for tuning in. We bless God for how far He has brought us. And you know the motive and the theme of this program. We want every marriage couple enjoy their second heaven on earth. All right? So if you want to enjoy your marriage, if you want to enjoy second heaven on earth in your marriage, then tune into Jafric Radio. Home Sweet Home is all about how our marriages will work and we will enjoy instead of experiencing hellfire in our marriages. All right. Thank you so much. It's your favorite host, Avna Poma Puku. Or you can call me Dickness Poma, a lady with a long name. Believe it
This
or
is
not,
Jafric Radio.
bring out your names. And let's see. Thank you so much. Thank you. And we bless God. Today we have an interesting topic to discuss, and it will help all of us as marriage couples and even those who are preparing to enter into marriages to just prepare yourself well before you enter. Right. And those of us that have already entered will know how to handle those kind of issues to continue to enjoy our marriage lives. Thank you so much. And this program is sponsored by Jafric Radio and at the same time, Bayside Modeling Agency. Yes, if you are a foreigner in Japan here, especially if you live in Tokyo or close to Tokyo, then you have a great opportunity. Yes, don't let this opportunity slip off. Just email Bayside Modeling Agency at bay-side.base. All that you need to do is to let them know that you are interested. All right? Any talent that you have, that you want to build your talent up, as well as earning money from it, just email Bayside Modeling Agency and they will respond to you quickly. All right. And also we have Turmeric Hotel in Accra, East Legon. I call them home away from home. Right. When you get there, oh my God. The treatment is superb. Very superb. All right. So if you are in Ghana or if you are outside Ghana that you want to travel to Ghana, I recommend Turmeric Hotel to you. Access to the Kotoka International Airport is really easy. Very, very easy. It's not so much stressful. All right. So just visit Turmeric Hotel. They run in the outside Ghana continental restaurant. The dishes it's I call it.
This is Jafric
Go
Radio.
there and see. All right. Thank you so much. All right. Thank you for tuning into Jafric Radio. And without much ado, I just want to introduce one of my panelists. I would say my guest. Is the person? He's a pastor. He's a husband, a father, a counselor, and motivational speaker. Yes, he's the person of Pastor Emmanuel Edujemfi, the most humble pastor I have ever met in my life. Thank you so much, Daddy. The church is Master Seeds Ministry. So those of you who live near Ibaraki can contact Pastor. And I tell you, you will get the word of God, undiluted one. All right. Thank you, Daddy.
Thank you.
Thank you for joining.
Nice for having me. Thank you so much.
All right. If you have any message to bring across to your audience.
Yeah. Today we are discussing about endurance in marriage. Endurance in marriage.
Yeah.
And when somebody may ask, what do you mean by endurance?
Okay.
How do you mean? Or what do you understand by the word endurance? The simple explanation or definition I can give you is to suffer something painfully. To suffer something painfully and or difficultly, to suffer it. And another question is, and why is it so important to endure? One, it means to suffer something painfully. And then another question is, and why is it important to suffer something very painfully? Because after enduring it, your marriage, suffering it, you will preserve it, and it will suit exactly what you are looking for. Because if you rush, okay, my husband has insulted me, you will leave him, and then you go to another man, and it is going to be the same story. And you will follow another man, or another woman, and another woman, and another woman, and you will never find your satisfaction. So it is very important to endure the hardship in your marriage. And during this process, then you will grow. And then the marriage would suit your satisfaction as you are desiring it for. This is the first simple explanation I can give you.
Thank you, Daddy. Daddy has already unveiled the topic and explained it as well. Thank you so much. Yes, enduring trials or hardships in marriage. But apart from the explanation that Daddy has given, let me ask: is there any marriage on earth that has not gone through trial before?
There is
Like
no
trouble-free marriage, nothing difficult has come across.
there is no marriage on earth. There is no marriage. There is no marriage on earth. Believe me, there is no marriage on earth that is
That
trouble
is
free.
perfect.
No marriage on earth. No marriage on earth. This is what you have to keep in mind. There is no marriage on earth that is trouble free. It is never anywhere, and you will never find it anywhere. Maybe if it is in heaven, that one is between we and our God. So you enter it with wisdom. Wisdom. And how you are going to handle those difficulties, that is bound to appear. That is what we call maturity.
That's right.
So if you are not matured, you would think every marriage is sweet, every marriage is successful, every marriage is like sugar, but it is never so. It is never where, and you can never find it anywhere on earth. So before you go in, you have to prepare yourself that you are going to endure hardship. But during that process, you are going to make it work as it suits your satisfaction.
Daddy, thank you. And our Gen Z generation, that we don't want to, suffer to gain. We want everything convenience. At our convenience. Everything. Hey, is it worth it that going into marriage, you set up your goals like, if I do not meet these goals, then I will pack my things and leave? Because we've seen a lot of divorce cases, which under normal circumstances, to me, it shouldn't have come to that level, because we have so many issues that we are not treating divorce though, but I'm just bringing it across once we are, dealing with the hardships, enduring hardships in the marriage. Some people doesn't want to endure at all. Whether it is what I want or I leave. So in this case, what are we telling the youth, especially those that are preparing to enter into marriage, to let them be aware that there is no marriage on earth that is perfect, but we work on our imperfections to attain the level that will bring us satisfaction in our marriages.
Thank
So
you.
my question is, this Gen Z generation, what message are we giving to them?
Yeah. The only message, the answer I can give to them, that they should prepare very well. Because no marriage is a honey marriage. Nowhere in the world. You will never get. So if you are not prepared, if you are not ready, and expecting only good one, if I get this, if I don't get this, I leave, you better stay away. It is better to stay away than to enter it, and then it become a very big burden for you. So they should be ready, because it is not so easy. We are not going to lie to you that it is so sweet like a honey. No marriage on earth is perfect. That is what I want to tell them.
All
they should
right.
prepare before they enter it. It is either they prepare to face these trials and find a solution how to fix it, or stay away. That is the only answer I can give them. Because nowhere is cool. You can marry a rich man, and for 1 year you will never see him. That is also a problem. You can also
Yeah.
marry a poor person. He's also working very hard, but he cannot satisfy you with all what you want. So it's your choice to help your husband or your couple, and then the little that you have, gradually, God will see you through. Or you better stay, you better stay away from it. That is what I can give you.
Thank you, Daddy. Talking of endurance, like when there are issues set up in our marriage or comes up, and let me give a typical example that one lady was talking about, and she said, this, we call it in our local dialect, debi a ebeye ye type of marriage she will never try again because of what she has experienced in her past marriage. In African context, Daddy, we've seen a lot of prominent men that have gone through with their wives, and when things becomes good, or when they flourish, the only thing that comes to their mind, even, excuse me, even pastors,
Yeah.
even let's say Christians, when things become well for them, the only option most of them choose is to marry a second wife, or having numerous side chicks around. Right. And honestly speaking, those second wives, most of them, because they have money, they choose beautiful ones. And sometimes their wives that they suffered from, let's say their youth, they become like an old cargo. And whenever they are invited to any function, they go with their beautiful second wives and side chicks. Daddy, is it worth it to go endure hardship, and at the end it goes like this?
Yeah. Thank you very much for that question. That is so with many
Yes.
African, especially. Well, I
Happens.
don't know. I don't know whether it is so with the white people, but in our continent or in our African continent, it is so common. You will just endure and stay with your husband or your wife. Somebody may, we call it a siwa, and then you take care of a young girl. You pay her school fees, and then you have never been to even a school before. And then you take care of first, and he will graduate to university. And when he becomes a doctor, finally he will tell you, you are not my type.
You're not my class.
Yeah.
I've gone past you.
Yeah. It is there, and it's very rare in our continent. As I'm telling, that is why prayers will come in. You pray before you find a husband or a wife. You pray to God, and then God will give you the choice which you want. Many people rush into marriages. Why? Because they have been precious. When your mother would tell you, when I was 15, I had my husband, and I have already 3 children or so. So this forces some women especially into marriages which they don't love the person. Yeah, that is true. And then other people will just tell, I know it is there in our country or in our continent, that, okay, this man has a kokufu, he's a very big farmer, he is a rich man, go and marry him. In your heart, you don't love such a person. And when you
For material benefits that some enter into marriages.
So when you enter such a marriage, it will never last. But when you pray and God gives you, let's say, a very poor person, by all means, Rome was not built in a day. Gradually, things will be better. But to those who cheat their wives or husband after getting rich, they are going to pay a price which they will regret in future. So I will advise them never to try, because it won't help them. It won't help their marriage. It won't help their health. It won't help them in salvation as well. Cheating is what God hates. That's all what I can give you.
Thank you, Daddy. Daddy is talking of cheating. That's one aspect. And we look at the aspect of bringing in second wife, third wife, fourth wife. And it's happening. And it's really alarming in our continent, where we've seen we can, mention names of some people that suffered with their husbands, mostly because I have never seen an African woman who boldly says, I want to marry a second husband on top of my husband. It's only the men that have that, let's say, the license to marry a second wife and then third wife and so forth. Right. So, as you have already said, some entered because of material gains.
Yeah.
That's why they enter into such marriages. But we have some people, it's not of the material, but they purpose in their heart to stay in the marriage and work hand in hand with their husbands. But when things get better, their men decided to do this. We have one typical example where it has been bombarding social media every time. This Nigerian actor and the wife, the lady suffered with this guy from scratch. And now that things have become better, he has gained fame and other stuff. All that we've heard is that he has choose a second wife, where the wife also disagree with that she is not brought up from a polygamous home, so she cannot practice polygamy in her own home. That's been the topic of the day everywhere. And most of the people are being discouraged because of this, that it's worthless to suffer with a man, and at the end of the day, when things get better, they go in different directions, which bringing in rivals into your home. All right. So I will ask again, if a situation of this showed up in our marriages, how should we handle it? Is it okay to leave for the second wife to take over, or we should stay and work on what?
Yeah. Thank you very much for your question. This question, it depends upon the person. The choice is in the hands of that person. You see, in our country or in our society, I remember when somebody wants to marry a second wife. Yeah, that is in our country. It is there. These days, it is not so rare. But before that, I knew it is there. So they would just sit down with the wife, and then said, okay, they call it Aifre. and pay you some compensation. It is there that, in fact, I want to marry another mm, to another person there. So, what will you charge me, or what do you expect?
It's
Yeah,
a
yeah, yeah,
bargaining.
yeah. Yeah, that's what I've heard. So then
I
they will
see.
sit down. Yeah. They will sit down with the wife, and then the wife said, "Okay, I will allow that. So okay, just pay me, let's say one sheep or three
Oh
clothes or so."
no.
So yeah, just an example. And
Right.
when they agree, she can also choose to stay. But those who cannot endure, you better fight with your husband that this will never happen to you. So you will never allow that to happen. So either she chooses you or chooses the other woman.
Yeah.
If she insists, and in fact you cannot endure, the choice is yours. I'm not going to tell you to divorce your husband, but you have to decide. If only you can stay, that is your choice. Other than that, those who can't, there is nothing wrong when you choose the way of divorce. It is allowed.
Thank you. Besides, we have other um, denominations or religious people that allow their men to marry more than one.
Yeah.
As for that one, you, the lady, is aware
Yeah.
that in this setup, multiple marriage is allowed. As for that one, you are pre-informed, so you know everything. But when it comes to the other side, the Christian context in a marriage, and all of a sudden this comes up, it becomes a big issue. But coming back to enduring through trials, what I would like to say, and also put it in a form of question,
Mhm.
is that nothing good comes easy. Yeah. Anytime something good is about to happen, you go through a lot of challenges before you can,
Come out with flying colors.
exactly, before, better things showed up. So, what is Daddy's opinion on this when a couple are going through like multiple trials in their marriages? What should they do?
That is what endurance comes in. Because you see, when we see a battleship, the ship which the soldiers use for war, nobody will buy a ship which has never been tested. First, they will try it at sea with bombs flying over it, boom, 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 boom. And when it resists everything, then everybody will know that no, this one is very good to buy. It's worth my money. So that is how marriage is. When you are going through, don't, keep it in your mind that it is going to be the same way as you've begun. Things will get better. You have to endure, come out together and work up solution. You sit down with your husband, that is where communication will come in. So what should we do? And then you encourage each one and another. It will never end in this way. Where there is no way, God can make a way. Just keep on encouraging each other. If even one has to work very hard, double work to support the family, you have to. Because God is not going to give you everything from heaven, like the manna those days. No, it is never done in that way. And as you are struggling, as you are encouraging each one and another, helping each and one another, then God will open a way, a very broad one. It is before you. you need to fight. You need to hang on for a little while, endure a little while before you can get there. There are so many people who are already rich, but like I told you, nowhere is cool.
Yeah,
You can learn
it's
yeah,
not
you know,
about
I tell you.
riches. Yeah.
It's true. That's how we see them. Oh, we see this rich man. But if you if he tells you the debt, the money he owns from the bank, and the amount he has to pay every month, sometimes he's sweating. He couldn't even get the money to pay it. But they call them a rich people. Yeah, that's how we see them. But if they sit down and tell you their problem, in fact, over to the FNM.
That's true. Over to the thing now, Mampa. You know yours. I tell you. Could see that yours is just nothing.
So nowhere is cool. So it is for you to work together. And happiness, nobody is going to bring you the happiness from heaven. You have to create it by yourselves. It is not always money.
You're right.
I know money comes, but it's not always money. Happiness doesn't come always from money. No. It is never true. It comes from your mind, your inner spirit, that we can make it. Darling, we can make it. Don't worry.
Yeah.
Ahead of it.
We will come there, Daddy. Well, one thing I just want to ask again is about when the situation that comes in the marriage. Sometimes maybe the husband or the wife advises that this thing will not end well. So maybe let's abstain from it. Let's take like one example of maybe you've seen your husband or your wife want to embark on a journey, and you told it this is not necessary, so don't go. And the other party disobey and went ahead. And maybe there is an accident that the legs has been amputated or something. It has become like a permanent challenge for the entire family. So in a situation like this, we found out that some people keep on hammering these things in the face of the one that is affected. Like, if you listen to me, you wouldn't have entered into this trouble. And it keep on repeating over and over and over again. Anything that happens, keep on bringing that old, let's say, scar, just bringing it in. And would these things help as far as the peace and endurance in the marriage is concerned?
Thank you very much for this question. Repeating and blaming game like Adam will never help. It will never help you today, it will never help you tomorrow, and it will never help you in the future. That is what you have to keep it in mind. Though you told him or you warned him, he disobeyed, and he has fallen into such a trap. The only thing you have to do is to keep on encouraging and loving him. Yeah, it is not so easy. But forgiving each one another, it is not so easy. I know it is. That's where maturity comes in. Because in our Kan language, we have a proverb, we call it, what's it? Akwadano enko efichireho. I don't know how to say it in English. I don't know how to, what's it? Akwadano enko.
All right. The child shouldn't go outside.
Yes, enko efichireho ma, wakoho, then wawana kano. Then
when you go and be bitten by a snake,
and then a snake has bitten him, does it mean that you should leave him to die? No.
You cannot leave the child to die.
You have
That's
to
true.
him or treat her. That is how marriage is. In fact, you warn him. He disobeyed. And then now he has fallen into the trap. It is the same way like you warn him not to go outside. He went there. And then he had been bitten by a snake. Are we going to leave it there like that? So blame game will never help you today or tomorrow. All what you need is to keep on encouraging. You see, these days we have a lot of things which they can use it, crutches or some artificial legs and so on. But in Africa, you see, everything now is...
in African setup, when you are using crutches and other stuff, your company would even sack you. You will not even get a proper job to do. And it will come back to affect the entire family. So endurance is necessary, honestly. Endurance is necessary. But I think when love and understanding is also working in the marriage, it makes it easier. For the two of you to work things out.
That is what everyone is expecting. And that is what everybody is looking for. But just in case it doesn't happen like what you want, that is why we are discussing it. Everybody wants a free life, a happy family, a very obedient husband, a very rich person. But if it doesn't happen in your way that you are looking for, that is why we are discussing this topic. What are you going to do? That is the tries in the marriage. You told your husband not to go there. He went there, and now he has fallen into the trap. Are you going to leave him alone simply because he disobeyed you? No. We have to find a solution. I warned you, but you didn't. But this does not mean.
This is Jafric Radio.
Just keep your heads up. God will give us a way. Encouragement. You see, when you see the Paralympics, those people in this advanced country, you see, everybody is important. Everybody is important. But in our society, if one loses his leg,
different.
But
that stigma, is too much.
It's too much. So we need a lot of education, like a program like this, to educate people. That people says the downfall of a man is not the end of his life.
The end of his life.
And when you are down, doesn't mean you are going to lay there forever. No, it is never so. One day, God will lift you up.
Amen.
And you see the glory of God.
Amen.
So all you need is just a little endurance, very little one, and keep going forward, moving forward. As the Bible teaches, forgiving each one another. We shouldn't be bitter. I told you yesterday you didn't obey, and so what? And now I fall into the trap. No, that is not how you have to speak. Darling, I told you, but you didn't. But this is not the end of our marriage. Keep yourself up. I will work very hard and keep us going. I know God will make a way. Losing your leg doesn't mean the end of your life. With this kind of encouragement, God will by all means open a way where there is no way.
So Daddy is stressing on the key point of encouragement in a situation where there are many trials and challenges in the marriage. The encouragement from each other, it will help. I've seen a lot of people, especially in advanced world, they are doing very great on this as compared to our African setup. For example, we have had a lot of maybe cancer patients and other stuff. This one, it is not somebody's fault. A sickness, it showed up.
So are you going to leave the
But
pan? No.
most of the African people, they'll say, it's not me who will come and stay and just look after
A sick person.
a sick person. let me maybe give the person to the family to take care of the person, like a whole lot. Yeah, but marriage, they say, is for better, for worse.
Yeah.
So in a situation where a wife or a husband is being abandoned by the partner due to sickness, we have a lot of causes. Others, even mother-in-laws will show up. Your wife, you have married 3 months, 5 months, 1 year, she has not yet conceived. Hey, they even set a date. Next year by this time, if she is not giving me grandchildren, we will bring in another wife. And some wives also they think that they are a baby machine. they come and just scatter everything in the marriage. Yeah. So coming back to our African, that is where the problem is. Most of the, Western world, they are doing their best, especially when they have a sick wife or husband. They could stick and stay until if the person will get well, or maybe God will call the person home. They will not give up on them.
Yeah.
But in Africa, just go through sickness for 3 months, 5 months, close to 1 year, and see that your husband or your wife, most of them will not abandon you. In your face, they will bring in men or women to even worsen your situation.
Yeah.
All right. So, Daddy, in our African context, what should we do? Because nobody called for sickness to come, and it has happened. It's nobody's fault.
Yeah.
What should we do?
Yeah. The only solution is education is the most important thing. We, especially those pastors and others, should begin from somewhere, because 1,000 miles of every journey begins with a step. In fact, we need a change of mind. Our mentality is far beyond compared to that of the white people. Excuse me to say, because even today, this very day, some case came to me. I even prayed with a certain man. He was sick. And according to a report which reached me this morning, that the woman said she's fed up. So instead of telling the Ebusiafo that she has left the man, he has picked everything, his belongings, left, and then left only the snap on the bed of that sick person. That sick person was away to hospital. When he came back, he found that a snap is on the bed. The woman has picked everything, taken everything away and left. This very morning, that came to me. I even prayed with that man about 2 or 3 months ago. I encouraged him that all will be well. But today, report reaching me that the woman has left, picked everything, taken everything she has, and then left a snap on the bed. The man was...
Daddy, in Japan here or back home?
Back home, not in Japan.
Oh, I see.
Sorry. In Japan.
Hey.
In Ghana. Today, this morning, she has left only the snap on the bed. Even though the man was away for hospital, he was left for hospital. When he came back, the wife was not there. Everything had been taken away. Only the snap is left. This is what is happening in our country. So if such woman does not repent, a man who have spent all your lifetime with him, having children, you see, if you live a mind like this,
in a critical situation like this,
situation like this, be honest, what do you think will happen?
This is Jafric Radio.
It would even shorten the lifespan of the man, because you have left so much pain in his heart.
And if he dies and you do not repent, do you think God will accept you in His kingdom or heaven.
Daddy, that
Somebody
one
said, yeah.
is another issue.
So if she she doesn't repent, this is a very great shock. When the news reached me this morning, the man is severely sick.
Oh,
And this is a true story. Went to hospital. When he came back, the wife is not there. Food was not there. Everything has been taken away. Only Schnapp has been left on his bed. And do you think it is fair? And do you think you are going to get a better mind like that and marry? Do you know what is
hey,
going to happen
if
to you?
if if any man will not do a background check to know the reason why she left the first marriage and get bold to marry this woman, what she has done previously, she can do it again.
Yeah.
So that the new husband would also suffer anytime the problem of these things showed up.
So this man needs really or a total repentance. Otherwise, it's unforgivable.
It happens.
Your husband
It happens.
is in great pain, very great pain. Went to hospital, came back expecting his wife to give him some food to eat. Finally, only a Schnapp has been left on the bed this very morning. And this is a very true story. And it is happening now.
He left you Schnapp. Just drink it and got drunk. So that maybe you forgot your pain.
Not that idea, because when they are marrying, they use Schnapp to do that.
Yeah, I understand.
Giving you your
Your
Schnapp.
bride price. So he's giving it back.
That the marriage has been ended. It is over.
Dissolved. Oh.
Yeah, it's over.
Yeah.
This is how-
So endurance is a key factor in our marriages because, as we've already said, we don't have trouble-free marriages or perfect marriage in any way.
No way.
Right? So whenever the situation showed up, your endurance will show how much matured you are.
That is simple.
Yes.
Maturity is the key.
Yes. You show how much matured you are.
Yeah.
And also how much love you have for your partner. Sometimes a situation will come up and one will say, oh, love alone is not enough. So I need to, pack my things and go. Then I think that the definition of love, a lot of people do not understand. Because love, it entails a lot. Even when you read 1 Corinthians chapter 13, it made mention of the, love, things
Never fails.
that we consider as love. It's
Yeah, love
kind, it's
never
patient, it endures.
Yeah, it endures.
Right. So if you cannot endure,
This is
you
Jafric Radio.
can't tell me that you have love. So we need to reconsider certain things. And those men out there, especially African men, whenever wives endures and things get better, do well to stay with your wives.
Yes, I must.
And let them stop 2 wives, 3 wives, 4 wives. We have some people who have their own churches and they have married more than 3. Yes. That which is not encouraging. So it discourages most of the young people that want to enter into marriage. Because if after all my sweat, after all my hard work, this is what I'm going to get at the end, then there's no point to suffer with a woman or a man in a marriage. Just as Daddy also said from the beginning, some also train their wives. And one typical example that one lady from my own town, she was just a secondary school leaver, and her husband was a polytechnic graduate, diploma. And the lady was super brilliant. So the husband decided to help her through her education. She did her first degree. At that time, it was that olden times that you have to go through SOS form before you go to the university. The man sponsored through until this woman got her PhD. And she became the top people. If I would say this, everyone would know what I'm talking about. She was a minister. And he was moving with big men. So the husband has become the low standard that she cannot cope with. It was a big issue because the husband was so broken, and he had even issue with the church because he thought that the church should enforce that the woman cannot divorce her. And she's grown up. She knows her rights, and she said she cannot stay in that marriage because the differences is so wide. Even the kids came in to talk to mom that if you want daddy to attain the level that you have reached, then help him through. And he said it's too late to go through that process. Yes. Yes. So issues like this, you might think it is not true. It happens. Yeah, it happens. So whenever we bring a topic like this, we need to take it as serious as it is and work things out, especially if we have entered into marriages and unforeseen things are coming up. We need to endure. We need to endure. All that it would take for us to endure, we need to ask God for strength. Number one, I bring in God because He is the architect of the marriage. Yes, He instituted marriage first. Yeah, before everything. So if anything is not going right, we have to go back to Him and just let Him know what we are going through. All right, so endurance, this topic of endurance is really, really a key factor in marriage whenever issues comes up. Yeah.
This is Jafric Radio.
The question is, there are some issues that you think, oh, this one, it has like future. If I endure, maybe for some years, it would end. But there are some issues that are permanent. So if, for example, as we talk of maybe your wife or your husband has been amputated and the person cannot, others may go blind, they cannot do anything again. Doctors have declared that the person cannot see or cannot do anything. And it becomes like, a problem, a burden upon the family. In a situation like this, do you still need to endure whilst you know that it has no end?
Yeah, that is why before you marry, the pastor will just tell you it is better or for a worse? Do you agree or do you accept to say yes? So if it has turned to be a worse, you have to endure. You have to, because you have to work all what you can to support your husband or your wife until God calls him. That is the only thing. Because you cannot just quit and leave it for somebody to take care of. Sometimes maybe your husband or your wife, she was a rich man. When he had a lot of money, she even ignored his family or many other. Yeah, that's some of our women used to do. Even if your nephew is coming, Wofasi is coming here, don't allow him. You see, and then finally, something has happened to him. Are you going to throw him away to send him back to his parents? Don't do that. It is for better or for a worse. Once you have chosen that path, you have to endure. But God will give you the strength to do it. Let me give you an example like Solomon and David. David was about to build a house for God. And God told him, David, you are not going to build a house for me, but your son will do it. Maybe it is very hard for you. Maybe you have some children. God can open a bigger way for one of your. Sometimes somebody may buy him a very heavy amount, like a Samuel Jan or somebody like that. And then they will pay a lot of money for him. And then your problem will be all over. So, my dear listener, whatever it is, you have to endure and pray that God will give you the wisdom, the strength to endure to the end. That is the only way I can give you. Or you cannot just ignore it. You cannot say, when it is sweet, then I take it. Like Job and his wife. He said, you foolish woman. When it comes, yeah, you foolish woman. You say, curse God and die. He said, when it is sweet, we eat. And when it is so, what do you want me to do? So that is what we have to get, such a mentality. You keep it in our mind. That should be our mindset, that it is better for a worse. It can happen in any other way. The question is, am I prepared for that before you enter the marriage? Because no marriage is perfect. No marriage is like honey marriage. Nowhere cool. The joy of the friend.
It looks scary. Wow. Right. Thank you, Daddy. Thank you so much for such a wisdom that you are exhibiting now. Thank you. And coming to say for better, for worse, endurance in some situations. In a situation where your husband has also, or your wife has turned you into a punching bag. This is also a problem. Can I still endure until I lose my life? Like one of the Nigerian singer lost her life as a result of this abuse. Should I endure? Because I think the message of endurance also, was in her mind, that she was unable to just came out of that marriage, but she just ended up enduring till she died. So in a situation where the other party is so abusive, must the person stay until it get worse?
When it comes to my table, abusing is something which I will never sign for you. Too much of everything is bad. For that one, I tell you. Sometimes ask yourself, why is my husband or my wife abusing me every day? Maybe the fault is yours. So you have to find out why this is happening. If the fault is yours, you must change. If the fault is not yours and it continues, my dear sister or my dear husband, I tell you, don't stay there until you lose your life. It is allowed. For that one, if it is too much of everything is bad. Even if you eat over, it is bad. So if the abusing is continuing, don't stay there until he kills you. Just find your way out. There are better men or better women ahead of you. Don't sit down and when he kills you, you say, God, forgive me. And God will forgive him.
And he will be forgiven.
Yeah. You have not for that one, it is not acceptable. But if let's say he has got an accident unexpectedly or sickness, like as I'm telling you, or in the middle of your marriage, something has happened in that one. For that one, I would advise you never to leave your husband or your wife. Stay on until the end. God will make a way. Those who listened to my message, I think 3 weeks ago, even Joseph was in prison. Joseph was in prison. He had no freedom.
This is Jafric Radio.
Took him to become the second to Pharaoh. And when hunger was all over the world, people went to Joseph and buy food. That is the work of God. So if you hang on, if you endure in a right way, I tell you, it doesn't matter whether your husband is on a wheelchair or wherever it is. God will make a way. He did it for Joseph, and he will do it for you, no matter what. That is what you have to keep it in mind. But if it comes to abusing you, beating you, hitting you with sticks, I will never allow you, I will never advise you to stay. Just find your way out. But before that, ask yourself, why is this happening to me? If it is your fault, please change. If it isn't, talk to him. Talk to the second person, third person. If it still continues, my dear sister, find your way out. Before
this is Jafric Radio.
That's all what I can tell you.
Thank you so much. I think our time is up. Yeah, so we just have to wrap up. We were expecting Mr. Yahaya, but unfortunately he couldn't join us today. And we are so grateful to Daddy so much that he stood in for Mr. Yahaya as well. All right. Thank you so much. Yeah, before I will allow Daddy to bring his final sum up of everything that we've said here, we are reminding you that this program is sponsored by Bayside Modeling Agency. So if you are a foreigner here and you need a place to exhibit your talents and also get money on top of it, just contact Bayside Modeling Agency at bay-side.biz. Let me say info@bay-side.biz, and also Tomric Hotel, home away from home. Thank you so much. The topic that we are treating is enduring trials in marriage. Enduring trials. So we have seen, or Daddy has made us aware of so many types of endurance, things that we can endure. If it is too much, especially of abusing. If the abusing is too much, that if care must not be taken, one will lose his or her life, then it is better to rethink, separate a bit, and invite the third party or the elders that's doing it for your marriage to maybe come in and help. Pastors and other marriage counselors should come and help. One lady told me that she had a great job, and at some point the husband was not earning that much, but the husband was so much jealous on her. Like in African man, he has to be the boss, be the head of the family, yes, and he has to handle the money. And he was thinking that we'll say it like Obato Tua Etroberi Madeo. Yeah, if a female or a wife bought a gun, it has to be in the room of a man. Yeah, and the lady also saying you can also buy a gun for yourself. So it becomes, so these are some of the things that brings a lot of issues in the marriages. But the bottom line is endurance. Find a way, talk to your partner. If the things that you are maybe struggling with, the things that you think it doesn't go well for you, just bring them to the table, discuss and find solutions. So here we would also center on communication in marriage. Yeah, it will help so much. People are enduring in so many ways. Others, their husbands until now, they don't know their salary scheme, how much they earn or how much their wives earn. Yes, they are keeping things secret. Others have even secretly married, which their wives or they are not aware of. Right? A lot of things are happening in marriages, but we need to also know that it is for better and for worse, just as Daddy has said. So, Daddy, I will just give you the opportunity to sum up whatever you want to say, and then we bring the curtain to a close.
Thank you. So I will end it with my quotation from Romans chapter 12, verses 17 to 21. He said, "Do not repay anyone evil for evil." That is what we are saying, like what the woman did. Even if your husband has offended you, why should you leave him in such a middle of sickness like this? But if he had read this particular message, he could have changed her mind.
Yeah.
He said, "Do not repay anyone evil for evil, even if your husband has offended you. Be careful to do what is right in the eyes of everyone. And if it is possible," this is where as far it depends on you, live at peace with everyone. Let me paraphrase it. As far as it depends on you, live at peace with either your wife or your husband. Do not take revenge. Like I told you to go out and then you went there, so I will just don't care about you. No. Do not take revenge, but give room for God's right. Do not overcome evil, but overcome evil with good. Do not overcome evil with evil. Don't tell him, "I told you don't go there, and then you went there, so I'll know." Don't do that. But overcome evil by doing good, encouraging him. It has happened, but that is not the end of your life. I know it will be better. It will be God did it for Joseph. Even he was in prison, but later he became rich. So we can make it. Don't worry. It doesn't matter you are in a wheelchair. I love you so much. With this encouragement, like Joseph, God will do it for you. He did it in Egypt. He can do it in Japan. He can do it in Ghana, wherever you are. Even though he was in prison, God was able to do that. And he became rich. And even the second in command to Pharaoh. God is the same yesterday. He's the same today and the same tomorrow. He has never changes. And I believe and I'm sure if you obey, he's going to do exceedingly abundantly than as you are looking for. May God bless you. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you, Daddy. I just want to read a comment that Pastor Kwesi Ajumai has sent. He said, "The economic or financial challenges that the family might go through after one of the spouse gets amputated for failing to listen to his or her partner's advice is what makes it difficult for ensuring endurance." Yeah, so if I understand Pastor Ajimai well, it means if already the economic situation is not maybe good, and these things has also happened, it will make it very difficult to endure. Because some may wish to leave and seek pasture elsewhere in order not to die in a situation. I say, yet we still have to love irrespective of what the partner has brought home. Yes, and we still have to love. We still have to endure irrespective of what has happened. So we need to endure. I mean, very soon I will write my book of endurance, and the things that I will put in, the things that I have passed through, and where the endurance has brought me, you will know that it pays to endure. All right, Daddy, thank you so very much for being there for us all the time. Maybe if you want to, react on or say something on what Pastor Ajimai has said.
Yeah, he said if the financial system.
Yeah, maybe the economic
This
and
is Jafric
financial
Radio.
challenges in the family might also go. The family may go through after these things has happened.
Yeah, but that is why I told you the first time that is where the maturity comes in. It is for better or for worse.
See, Daddy, maturity, and you cannot have food to eat.
That is where it comes in. You have to. The better for worse means, in fact, your husband was a rich man. He was providing everything. And then it happened unexpectedly.
Right.
Then it is up to you to find something to do to support the family.
Yeah.
Yeah, you see, we have two hands. Left bath the right, and then the right bath the left.
Yeah.
The left is amputated. This doesn't mean you won't bath. You have to find a way to take your bath.
And even in African setup, Daddy, we have family support as well. Sometimes other family members that are well-to-do might also bring in some help to support their. So I think it's not like done deal affair.
I'm not telling you it's so easy. But that is how we see you as a strong person who never give up.
Exactly.
And like as you are saying, your endurance will pay you back in the future. Really, I tell you, I won't lie to you, because God is watching you. Yeah. I know it is not so easy. It's very hard for you to go, but later you find out you are used to, and everything.
This is Jafric Radio.
You are used to. Oh,
in the beginning,
thank you.
It is not going to be easy. It is going to give you a lot of stress, but with prayers and endurance, and then make your decision that no matter what, it is better for worse.
That's right.
And work hard, and by all means, God is going to open a way where there is no way. Just believe me, it is true.
Amen. All right. Thank you so much, Daddy. Thank you, listeners. Thank you, viewers. Thank you, Pastor Ajimai. Thank you, Mama Augustina. Nana Tamia. We send our condolences to you and your family. Mama Tamia has lost her father, Elder Francis Amachi. It's not easy. I know it's a difficult moment right now. And we pray that the good Lord will give you strength. Yes, so 1 week observation will be held on November 21st, Thursday, at Sehuyoso. Sehwioso. Sehwioso is in Ashanti region, right? Yes,
No.
Sehwioso.
Seychelles
so-
is not in Ashanti region.
In Ashanti, it's Buna Hafo, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, Buna Hafo region. Pardon me, please. Japan system has put me there. Thank you so much. Yeah. So, all friends and loved ones are invited. Please, let's go among with our sister as we celebrate or we observe 1 week celebration of our dear elder, Francis Amachi. Mama, may the good Lord console you and your family. All right. So we will bring the second announcement. I know most of you who are in Japan here know Mama Majori. Yes, Mama Majori was here. She was a pastor, and also at some point she was with the Church of Pentecost in Japan here. And Mommy is no more. She has gone home. And on the 15th of December this year, 2024, we are celebrating the final funeral rites at Bunka Kaikan, Matubaradanchi, in Saitama here. So all friends and loved ones are cordially invited. Please, let's show love to Pastor Newman as well. And I know that there is a saying in Akan language, Arechichre if you nipahu. All right, so let's all of us, do our best to attend this funeral celebration and also contribute. All right, so there are some numbers down there. Those of us who are watching us on the screen, if you have any question or concern, you can contact them and then they will give you more details. Right, thank you so much. We still have announcement. Hey, this one is a revival. Powerful revival. Power-changing revival. End of the year revival. And the theme is never again. Never again. Yes, my own papa, Pastor Emmanuel Edujemfi, is hosting this program. I tell you, this man, I know him. I've walked with him. And I know how humble he is and how powerful he is in this ministry of God. And he is a motivational speaker and a pastor, a preacher. And whenever you put his words into practice, God comes through for you. All right. So this revival, we are inviting all and sundry to come on the 8th of December. Or let me say it in American with December 8th. Yes, we are inviting all of you to come at Matubaradanchi Bunka Kaikan from 6 p.m. to 9 p.m. I know a lot of people have witnessed revivals before. I was so powerful. And this one will be super powerful because the title is Never Again. All right. So we are inviting all of you to come. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. All right. All right. Right. The next program is Hour of Divine Inspiration. My papa is still on, starting from 6:30 to 9:30. It's 1 hour. But now I heard from my producer that it's not 6:30, but it will come on at 6 p.m., 6 to 7. So we will come 30 minutes before. Okay, 30 minutes before time. So please join us at 6 p.m., the hour of divine
This is Jafric Radio.
inspiration with Pastor Emmanuel Edijemfi. Thank you so much. We still need sponsors in Jafric Radio. So if you are capable to sponsor, our doors are open. Please come in if you have your company or any product that you want us to advertise for you. Please call Jafric Radio and we will support your business by way of advertising for you. The prices are not too big, right? Yeah, it's very moderate. It's very affordable. So please contact Jafric Radio.
Jafric Radio, the number one online radio station based in Japan.
Mr. Pop. And we will do justice to it for you. Thank you so much. We will end here. And look at the lady dancing. Some few days ago, one of my friends was asking, was it that bad? Was it that zero? And I said, it was. And you were shocked.
Praise be to my God. He has changed my destiny.
It's only God who can change destiny.
But now I am a hero.
This is Jafric Radio.
So just wear your dancing shoes and dance to this. Because God can move you.
Praise be to my God.
Whatever you are in now, consider it as your zero moment. But when you endure to the end, God will allow you to reach your hero stage. And you become a hero. Oh my God.
This is Jafric Radio.
He has changed my destiny. He has restored my fortunes. Praise be to my God. He has changed my destiny.
This is Jafric Radio.
From zero to hero, zero to hero, zero to hero.
Jafric Radio.
This is Jafric Radio.
Jafric Radio, the number one online radio
His resurrection and ascension.
This punchline, his resurrection and
Now I
ascension.
am free. And now I am free. My life is back.
It's all about Jafric Radio.
His resurrection and ascension.
And now I am free. My life is back on track. I was living in zero, but now I am a hero. Praise be to my God. He has changed my destiny. I was living in zero, but now I am a hero. Praise be to my God. He has changed my destiny.
This is Jafric Radio.
He has restored my fortune. Praise be to my God. He has changed my destiny. He has changed my destiny. He has restored my fortune. Praise be to my God. He has changed my destiny.
This is Jafric Radio.
My destiny. He has restored my fortune. Praise be to my God. He has changed my destiny. He has changed my destiny. He has restored my fortune. Praise be to my God. He has changed my destiny. He has changed my destiny. He has restored my fortune. Praise be to my God. He has changed my destiny. He has changed my destiny. He has restored my fortune. Praise be to my God. He has changed my destiny.
Until we meet again soon. Goodbye. We say goodbye. Thank you, Daddy. God bless you.
My God,